Okay, never mind. Hello everyone, welcome to EMRL Season 2, Round 2. We're in the Circuit of the Americas in Kota. I'm alongside SENNA again. Hello. We're watching Aussie round here on the last corner. Who's gonna take pole position? It's gonna be Kazil with a .57 by 3/10 of Aussie in P2. Very good lap. Yeah, he is. So Kazil. Nice. We have Aussie in second, our championship leader, winner of the sprint in last race, with that incredible qualifying lap time. Kazil just takes pole by 3/10. Pablo in P3. Oscar in P4. We have Larry in P5. Doing a good job again. Milo in P6. Solid from him. Alox in P7. Albano in P8. Spyro in P9. Vinny 10th. Orep 11th. Glow in 12th. Forces are trying to get their first points on the board. Only team that hasn't scored a point yet in this season. We have Fast Pace in 13th. We have Nicholas in P14. Again, not doing very great in the wet. Fabianski in 15th, with Aussie in 16th, and the debutant Duncan in 17th. Start your engine! It's gonna go to 5 lights, and we're underway as Kazil covers off Aussie on the inside, but Aussie stays on the inside. He's trying to make a move, but Oscar Fan comes with a switchback, trying to take the lead, and he does. And he makes a great gap already. Pablo going in the grass in the back, getting overtaken by Larry. Milo getting squished off there a little bit. Albano with the dive bomb. In the back, we see both Ecos racing. Spyro trying to make it 3 wide. Larry on the grass there. Albano trying to make a move as well. On the outside there. See in the back, we see Fast Pace, Owenbeb, Aussie, Aluxian falling behind a little bit there. So we move back to the front. We see Albano overtaking Vinny again. So we're moving on to the main straight again. Spyro up into P3 again. Oscar Fan has broken away. Spyro trying to make a move. He's very aggressive in this early stage of the race. And he's making a mistake right there. Ooh, because he'll make a mistake there. He's already down to P8. Nick DNFs again from the sprint race. He's not very familiar with those races. Yeah, he is second in championship. He's our last race feature races winner. But he DNFs again in the sprint race. He is to Oscar Fan and Aussie, his both championship rivals. Sabercat is not here, who's in P4 in the championship. See Larry, Spyro, Vinny, and Albano fighting. Ooh, Vinny make a mistake. Ben gets past there. Up into P6 for him. Doing great. Yeah, he's very far ahead. Because they're trying to make up some places that he's lost in the beginning of this race on Vinny. But he doesn't succeed. Now he does. Up on the inside they go. And he goes past. Good move. He hits the wall there on the exit of the last corner a little bit. Spyro makes some mistakes. Can Larry get past him? He goes up the inside. Now they're side by side. But Larry gets first off there. Oh, and Ben goes on the outside. Going for the move up into P4. Good move by him. The gap is 3 seconds to Pablo, but Striding for P4 here. In the sprint race is good. As Spiral goes off, he makes a mistake. Down into P7 he goes, losing him 3 positions. Still not making a move on Larry. In the back, there's not much fighting. We see fast pace and Milo here. As Milo, I think he's been forced into the pit lane. Because he has 1 pit stop under his name. I think he's been forced into the pit lane. He has to be. Larry and Spyro side by side. Aloxian and Vinny side by side. There's Ozzy as well. Going 3 wide into the last corner. Aloxian decides to back out of it. Ozzy has been just bumped in with Vinny. It's an absolute dominant drive in the wet for Oscar Fan. He's gonna win his first race of the season. He takes his win and tries to get his championship charge underway. He dominates in the sprint. Pablo takes P2 in front of Ozzy. Good result by him. Important as well. Ozzy in P3 secures another podium. And Albano in P4. Amazing to see that. For the new team. New team Kenzo Motorsport. Taking a P4 in the sprint. Good result for them. We have Kazil in P5, Larry in P6, Spiral 7th, Vinny in 8th, and Loxian finishing in 9th. Not what he would have hoped. Ozzy in P10 for Alfa Romeo, Fabianski in 11th, Glow in P12, Milo in 13th after being pushed into the pits. Fast Pace in 14th, Omerbab 15th, Duncan in 16th, and Nick DNFing from the race. A very great race driven by Oscar van in the wet. He's really making those sprint races his territory. Going into qualifying right now in the dries again. Territorium for maybe Nicholas right around here. If I can find him. Where the hell is he? Yeah, here he is. No, he's not here. Where is he? Oh, he's here. Yeah. Oh, Nick hitting the wall. Oscar fan at 0.35. Good lap by him. Saw Nick making a mistake right here. Trying to see if Aloxian can improve right now. He's in P2 as of now. 26.42. Good lap as well. Can he improve on that? Him and Oscar Fan are miles in front of everyone, but there's still 2 laps to go. Aloxian moving down the final corner. What lap time is he gonna set? It's gonna be 0.60. And Nick now takes a 0.32. See, the dry is his territory. The guy of the dry takes Icho. Ozzy on a really good lap. He makes a little mistake down on the grass. Can he finish it off? Who's going to take pole here for this feature race? He hits the wall on the exit. He improves to a 0.43. It could have been pole, but Nick takes pole in P1 with Oscar Fan alongside him. Good qualifying by Oscar Fan. Can he win the double? Aloxian in P3, a very good qualifying by him. Can he maybe get a podium? Yeah, I saw. We have Ozzy in 4th as well, staying solid. If he can get this consistency right, he can be a challenger for the title indeed. Gazelle in 5th again, Milo in 6th. We have Pablo in P7, Glow in P8. So can he finally get the points for his team? Vinny in P9, we have Larry in 10th. Omerbab in 11th, Spyro in 12th. Fast Pace in 13th, the both Kansas in 14, 15. Disappointing for Abono after finishing P4. Ozzy in 16th and Duncan last, qualifying on those mediums. We go. Aloxian choosing for medium tires. He's the only one to choose medium tires. And we're on the way. If Milo already moving up the place to Kozil as Oscar fan gets squeezed off by Nick round there. It's not great. Aloxian now can try and maybe Glow's TPing. Aloxian can maybe try and take the lead round here. Can he? Oscar fan on his inside. Aussie makes a great dive on Aloxian. Shoots in front up into P2. As Nick has broken a little away there in the back. We see Fabianski getting squeezed off. And Milo pushed into the pits again by Vinny and Pablo. That's not great. Oscar fan has been pushed off again, I think. He's already down in P5 now. Or P6. Yeah, Glow's DNFing. Glow's DNFing. He's lagging. Nick has broken away on his soft tires. So Loxian and Aussie keep fighting for P2. And Nick is breaking a gap again. Oscar fan. Vinny making a mistake. Oscar fan on the outside of Kozil. Doesn't work. Now Pablo is going on his inside. Oscar fan a little frustrated, I think. As what happened in the first race. In the first part of this, first laps of this race. I think he's been pushed off 2 times. Going around the outside and Kozil is in the pits. I don't think Oscar fan did that. I think he lagged into the pit lane. On my screen it was fine. Don't really think what's happened there. We're gonna see a gonna replay that at the stewards. Ooh, Omerab getting pushed off by the other Aussie, the Aussie with the with a Y and not with an I. Yeah, he's going hard soft, I think. Aloxian on those mediums as Albano DNFs. Oscar fan on the inside of Aloxian. Gonna try and dive down the inside in the last corner. Good move, good move. In the back we see Pablo and Vinny fighting. Pablo gets ahead of that one. Yeah, he's building the gap. He's extending and he's gonna win he's maybe gonna win a feature race again. I've just heard from Albano that Sparrow went backwards at the start. I didn't see that happen, but it could have happened. And that sucks. It's absolutely not fine for him. What happened? Yeah, both Ecos car guys and Fabianski now getting in the fight for P5. Gotta go on the side. Getting pushed off and TM'd. Larry now with Pablo. Pablo going into the grass. See Vinny going on the inside of Larry there. Making a move for P5. The battle for P5 is Seika's Arthi in front. Aloxian and Oscar fan battling here. Maybe the mediums is the crossover point now. So we see so many fighting for P5, P6, 7 and 8. It's Aussie on the hards now catching up. It's turning out to be a good strategy as Fabianski into the grass on the straight with Larry there. And now he's making a move again on the outside on those hard tires. He's on the grass. Larry also on the gravel. And Aussie gets passed into P6 as Vinny goes into the pits. I think Fabianski wanted to pit, but Larry didn't. Oscar fan going for the undercut, but he's pit into massive traffic here. Pablo and Kozil going off the track. They're now 3 wide. It is not going to work out. And they're both there. All 3 go out there. It's Oskar who's unlucky again and again and again. It feels like for him. But he has to secure and try to secure a podium maybe. That's possible. Nick has run away. We have Larry and Fabianski into the pit. Larry going for hard mediums, or Fabianski going for hards. Here in the back we see both fast paces and Duncan struggling on those used soft tires. As Nick is into the pits, or already out of the pits, and he's just 1.2 behind, 1.6 behind Aloxian. So he is absolutely cruising ahead. He has to work on his sprint race percentages though, because 2 DNFs in the sprint. It's costing him points. Too close. Very close here. It's an interesting strategy here. Aloxian going into the pits, going for soft tires. He's trying to make at least a P2. It's possible. He has the better tires. I think P1 is a bit too far. It's too far. Nick has absolutely blasted away here. He's dominating in the dries again. Ozzy into the pits. Going for the soft tires, trying to make his alternative strategy work. He can push in those last laps of the race. So does Aloxian, as Oskar makes a little mistake there. Aloxian is now trying to get in the slipstream. I think he already is. Yeah, he is. He's gonna go for a move. Oskar, the smart thing for Oskar is to not battle and trying to stick with Aloxian, but that is hard because Aloxian is on much fresher tires as he moves onto the inside and he makes the overtake. He's gonna try to, but I think it's gonna work. Maybe he can use Aloxian to get close to Ozzy and maybe fight with him for P3, because I think Aloxian is taking P2 here. He's looking very aggressive, very good in the special livery for Audi. Yeah, Ozzy can make mistakes. Gap is 1.2 to Ozzy. Oskar is now just out of the slipstream. So this is just not good enough for him. There's not much battles here on track. Larry and Milo. Ecos versus MP Motorsport. Still also with a 2-stop. Yeah, they have him pushed into the pit lane. It seems like Aloxian can't catch Ozzy. Ozzy is pulling away here. Trying to secure P2 and maintaining the lead in the championship. I think extending the gap in the championship again. He DNF'd 2 times last round as well, so it's not good for his championship chances, but he makes it up for winning in the drives, and again with such distance. Ooh, is Aloxian bottling his podium. We're still in the same order. We qualified, right? No, we aren't. Oscar was second. The top 4 is still in the top 4. The top 4 is still in the top 4 in the race. Oscar Van now trying to make a move, trying to force a move on Aloxian, but it doesn't work. Now onto the 24th lap. There's 2 laps to go, trying to make a switch, but he hits the grass a little bit there, but he can stay in the slipstream. And Aloxian tires are giving up as of now. The tires are sort of equal as of now, I think. Oscar going on the inside, trying to stay in the slip. We're going on the last lap of the Grand Prix. Oscar Van now on the inside, doesn't work now. Stay in the slip and trying to make a move on the main straight. Or is he going to go down the inside here? He hits the grass a little bit, but he's on the inside. Can he get in the slipstream? He doesn't. He backs out of it. Now onto the last corner. Is he going to dive? No, he isn't. We're going to come back. Nick wins the race. Ozzy's going to be in second, and Aloxian stays in third. Is he? Yeah, he is. By 15,000. Amazing battle for P3. Aloxian taking his first podium in EMRL, I think. And Nick winning the feature race again, such as last week. He does again this week. Ozzy in second again. Leader of the championship, second place again. So he's doing very solid, very dominant here, very consistent in the top 5, top 4. He's not been off the podium yet. Yep, we have, yeah, let's talk. We have Vinny in 6th. We take Ozzy in P7 for Alfa Romeo. Good result for Alfa Romeo. His alternative strategy worked out amazing for him. Gazelle in P8. Disappointing for him, I guess. But it's good for the team making more progress on Calabria course. What else do we have? We have Fabianski in P9. Larry taking the fastest lap in P10. Winning the battle with Milo for P11. Spyro taking the last point as Force Azure just fall out of the points again. Still no points for them. For the new team waiting to get their first points. Fast Pace in P14. Duncan in P15. And Albano and Glow DNFs. So this was round 2 of season 2 of EMRL. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next week.